What's going on, guys? I am Switters. Welcome back to the final episode of the easiest Call of Duty Easter eggs of all time. Don't worry, the series is not completely over. We're just moving from the easiest. We're going to move up to intermediate level after this. So be sure you're subscribed. Drop a like on this video if it is helpful for you. And the Easter egg that we're actually doing today is called Operation Excision. It's the Raptor 1 Easter egg in Outbreak on Cold War. So let's just jump right into it. First things first, I'm going to recommend one of two guns that you can use, and there really is no bad one here. I would say the one you're watching right now, the Carve 2, I just tried this out. I put a whole video up about this last week if you want to check that out, about me going through the Easter egg with it. I got through the boss fight with it super quick. It was like a minute and 12 seconds. The other gun that you can use definitely is the M16. They're both very good. I just have found the Carve to be a little bit stronger, and you get through the boss fight a lot faster. But that's okay because you're going to be able to use score streaks in the boss fight anyway, and I'm going to recommend that you use the death machine and bring that in with you. So, really doesn't matter. It's totally up to you. The first two rounds of this Easter egg are pure setup. You have nothing to do, basically, Easter egg-wise, other than get set up. So, go around the map, get tons of kills, just accumulate points, do all the side Easter eggs, the dragon lockdown step, everything else that you see on your mini-maps. Just go ahead and do those. It's totally worth it. You want to come into the boss fight with a triple papped gun or two. You can also pick up guns, open up chests, enemies that drop them, go ahead and pick up another good gun, have it with you, it's fine. You could triple pap both of them. Your first two rounds, like I said, that's all you're doing is earning points and getting set up, getting all your perks, getting your weapons triple papped, and having enough salvage to, again, basically get whatever you want from the crafting table. It's not until round 3 that the Easter egg actually really begins. You need to do the main objective for that round as well, because you have to go to round 4. So go ahead and do that. Do whatever other side missions you need to do. Again, just go around the map getting kills. If you still need more points, you want to get triple papped. You're not completely locked in by the time you leave round 3. So if you get to round 4 and you're not quite triple papped because you only have like 25k instead of the 35k that you need to go ahead and upgrade it to triple papped, don't worry, you still have a little bit of time. But just be set up as best you can at this point. So once you get to round 3, like I said, you still have to do the main objective for that round. You still need to go to round 4, but this is where you actually start doing an Easter egg step. And really what the only Easter egg step on round 3 is to find the red portal that you need to jump through. There's one on every map except for Sanatrorium, because Sanatrorium is where you're going to go to actually complete the Easter egg. So if you happen to get Sanatrorium on round 3, you're just going to have to go to round 4 before you can do the portal step. So right now I'm going to show you where to find it on all the other 7 maps, where you can find this red portal, and actually the path that you take once you go through the portal, because you get sent flying through the sky and it can be quite difficult sometimes to actually pick out where the next portal is in the sky. So let's start with the first one right now. On Golova, it's in the church. You can see the marker on the minimap right there circling it where exactly it is. And you're going to head up to the top. You can do it through the scaffolds here, or there's 2 ladders toward the backside, but again, you can just do it how I'm doing it right now. Climb up to the top here, and you will be able to hear these, by the way. It's kind of like a lot of static. It's fairly loud, actually, so you will definitely be able to hear it once you get in range, if you're keeping your ears open for it. Through this door, and that's the portal that you're looking for. Going to jump through. And again, it can be hard to pick these out when you're flying through the sky. So again, this is why I'm showing you exactly where I go. Just follow exact same path that I'm doing here. You can pull your chute there. I didn't pull it because it looked like I was going to nail it, and I did. But if you get nervous, you're not quite sure, pull the chute. These are timed, by the way. You have a fair amount of time to get this done, but they are timed, so you don't have all the time in the world. You can't just immediately pull the chute and think you're going to coast through all of these portals. You do have to go slightly quick. Don't panic about it at all. But the last one is always pretty far away, so you're going to have to pull your chute for that one for sure, fairly early. So you want to save most of your glide time with the parachute actually open for the 3rd portal on pretty much all of these maps. But then once you do that for the 3rd time, you're going to come out and get shot through the sky again. And then right in front of you, you can see it trailing down there. The part falls from the sky that we need. We're going to put that on the beacon once we actually are leaving this map. So you can just go ahead and pick that up. Here we are on Zoo, and again, you can look at the marker that I'm moving there, showing you where on the minimap that it is. And then again, I'm going to show you my full travel time flying through the sky, going through each of these portals. Okay, so it's right down in this little cave. That one's pretty clear to see. Again, not so bad. It's usually the third one that's a little bit difficult to see. And you notice there, like I was almost gonna make it look like I could do it without my chute, but at the very end I was like, nah, I need it, and then I pulled it. So again, you have a little bit of time. You don't have to rush this, but if you can do this enough times, you'll figure out how you're flying and when you can pull your chute, or if you even need to bother. So on this map, it's actually not bad being able to pick these out of the sky. The red of the portal is actually kind of contrasted nicely against the background, but it can definitely be difficult, especially on Golova like you saw just a second ago. And again, the part will fall and it's going to land and you just go ahead and pick it up. Now we go to Ruka. It's in this cabin here, and again I'll be marking it on the minimap so you can see.
Waypoint marked. Move.
And then just pop through the door and jump through the portal. Run through it, don't jump through it, you know what I mean? Right in front of you, no big deal. Didn't even need to shoot for that one. I am pushing forward, by the way, each time I come out of the first portal. Like every time you come out of a portal, I am pushing forward on my left stick, because it does seem to matter and give you a little bit more kind of forward momentum than just not pressing anything at all. So to get that final little reach, to be able to make it without pulling your chute at all. And this is, again, it can be a little bit difficult to make out where the third one is on this one. It's always further away. Like I said, I keep hammering that home, I understand. But I'm just trying to let you know that it's always further away. You are going to have to pull your chute for the third one for sure. And once again, once you get through the third portal, the part will fly in front of you and drop down. And again, you just go ahead and land and pick that up. Here we are on the map Collateral. Again, marking it on the mini-map. Run through the portal. See, there I couldn't even pick it out the first one initially. It kind of confused me. So again, these don't move. They're always in the same places. So if you learn the pattern of where they are, they'll always be there. You don't have to relearn it. So once you know, you know. This one's very difficult because the portal is actually in that fire. They made it quite sneaky there, so it was very difficult to pick out the first time, but head right for the smokestack, that fire there. Third one again, this one's actually fairly easy to pick out, but again, it's always further away, so you're going to definitely have to pull your chute. And here the actual animation for the part falling from the sky actually glitched out on me. You can't see it fall. So I was like, wait, where is it? But then as I'm about to land, you can see that glow right there. That gold glow going up to the sky, and that's where it is. So I'll show you, we'll head over there and pick it up. I don't know why, sometimes, you know, it's a video game, it's glitchy from time to time, you just never know. But if it happens to you, again, just look for that beacon coming up from the sky, that gold glow right there, and then it'll lead you right to it, and go ahead and pick that up. This is on the map Duga. I'll show you again on the mini-map. I'll move my cursor over, circle it around there, just so you know. And again, you can always pause this, rewind, go back. I should have everything timestamped for each individual map as well. And it's just through this door on the left here. Pop that open, kill whatever zombies are around you. And then we pop through. And there's the first one. Second one straight ahead. And you notice on that first one, I didn't like my angle that I was going at, so I pulled my chute fairly early. So again, this is timed, but you have a reasonable amount of time. And this last one seems to be further away than all the other ones. I don't know if that's actually true or not. It really does feel like it, though. So you can see me just how long I'm actually coasting here with the chute open, plus what I did on the first portal. Just to give you an idea of how long you actually do have to complete this, it's not bad. You'll be able to do it, don't worry. I think out of all the times I've ever done it, I wasted my time. It was literally the first time I ever did it. I took too much time and I had to go to another round and do it over. But if that happens, don't worry. Again, the part will always drop down in front of you, and you're just going to go ahead and pick it up again. This is on the map Alpine. It's a little cliff area. I'll show it to you on the mini-map as always.
Marking rally point.
And we're going to go ahead and drop through there. On this map, I don't know, for whatever reason, maybe it's just me, but I have a little bit of trouble picking these ones out. So again, it's always the same place. They're in the sky in the same spot, so you can just do exactly what I do again, and you'll be able to get there. Here we go for number 2. And the third one on this is usually a little bit hard for me to pick out as well. Like, I think I started to panic here. I'm like, wait, where is it? Where is it? I don't even see it. That's why I'm looking around here. And then I finally go, oh, there it is. Okay. So I had pulled my chute very early just to pick it out of the sky. And then I had enough to just coast on through. And again, once you come out the other side of this portal, the part will drop down in front of you. And you go ahead and obviously pick that up again. And let's go to the final map that we have. This is on the map Armada, and this one's a little bit different because instead of there being a portal out somewhere sitting like maybe on the deck of a ship or something, it's actually underwater. So we're going to have to go underneath the boat, swim underneath the boat, go through the portal, and then continue swimming underneath. Now you're going to see, like, you might get a little bit worried, like, am I going to drown here? Because you're going to be underwater this whole time. I do end up taking a little bit of damage. You'll probably be able to notice it when I do. But you should be just fine. You don't have to surface for air. You just saw me right at the very end there before I hit the portal. I took a tiny bit of damage. But I think when you go through the portal, technically it's giving you air. You're allowed to breathe, or it just kind of resets it. And you can see me taking some more damage here. Pop through, and we're okay though. And go through the final one underneath this ship here. And now we're flying through the sky, and it drops down on this ship. You just go ahead and drop down and pick that up. So once you've gone through the portals and done the objective for round 3, you head to the beacon. And then when you go to activate it, there'll be something a little bit different this time. So instead of just going to the next round or clicking on exfil, you need to click on the phone icon, because if you don't, you're going to have to go another round and complete the objective in the next round and then click on the phone again. So make sure you click on the phone, and then you're going to get a quote, and then you can click on go to the next round.
Ravenoff, do you copy?
Weaver, it is good to hear your voice. Forgive the subterfuge, but Omega's dogs may already be aware of my movement. Your team must head to the Sanatorium. I will tell you more when they arrive.
So once the quote's finished, go ahead and activate the beacon again, and then click on go to the next round, which will always be Sanatorium. As Ravenoff told you, he needs some help at Sanatorium. So that's where we're going. When you get here, you'll get a quote talking about there's a helicopter that's gone down and you need to go investigate it. Basically, you can listen to it when you're actually playing the game. So let me show you where the helicopter is in the next step to this Easter egg. This is the location of the crash site. It's always in the same spot in the southwestern portion of Sanatorium map. Once you get close to the helicopter, you'll get a quote, and then they're going to tell you to investigate the crash site, and zombies will start spawning, a whole wave of them. It's not too bad, don't worry about it, there's nothing serious here. Just take them all out, and then approach the helicopter where I do, and press play on the recorder.
Hello?
There will be more quotes going on here, and then eventually they're going to tell you that you need to find an orb. It's a red orb this time, and I'm going to show you the 3 locations that it can spawn in on the map right now. The first spot it can be is on top of this unit, what I just marked here, that I'm showing you on the mini-map, right there. And we're going to shoot wherever this is, we're going to shoot the red orb toward the main bridge that you also just saw on that mini-map, so keep that in mind. The next location it can be is in the pool of the main building right in the middle of Sanatorium. There's only one pool, so that's where it is. I'm showing you right now on the mini-map as well. The final location for the red orb is on top of the spa, as I'm showing you here, which is where I have it, obviously. I'm showing it to you on the mini-map, the location. And again, you need to shoot this toward the main bridge. And I'm going to show you in its entirety, shooting it in that direction. Now, obviously, this is going to take a different path if you're shooting it from, whether it's from the pool or from the first building that I showed you. They're going to go different ways, but it's all, you always want to shoot it toward the main bridge. That's all you need to keep in mind. So it's on top of this building now, just showing you the direction. That's the bridge that I'm talking about, just in case you weren't aware. Again, just shoot it in the direction of the bridge. If you happen to shoot it accidentally in the wrong way, don't worry, it's fine. Just go find it and shoot it toward the bridge again. It'll come to rest at the end of the bridge. Shoot it one more time straight down the bridge there and just follow it. And it will come to rest over top of this carrier. But it won't go into the carrier, which we need. So we need to go find one of the blue bunnies. There are 3 different mystery boxes across the map where it can be. Let me show you those right now. The first one is right here. It's near the location where I showed you the first orb could be. I'm marking it on the minimap, as you can see right there. The second one is on the same building where the pool is, on the roof this time. So with the pool, you're at the bottom of the building. For the mystery box, you're on top of the building, but it's right there. The final location for the blue bunny is actually near the crash site. I'm going to show it to you on the minimap here. Just go up to the bunny and activate it, and then there will be lots of spawners of zombies. There will be some tempests, some it could be mimics, it could be panzers, it could be all kinds of stuff like that. It's not that big a deal. You don't have to stay anywhere near the box. Just get kills. You can run around, and once it's done, you can always come back. Just kill all the zombies that spawn in that area. When you're done with that, the blue bunny will throw out some prizes for you. If you need it, pick it up. There is a collectible there you can also pick up. It's a drawing. But then what you really need to do is grab this bunny and take him to the bridge where we have the orb waiting for us. You don't take any damage from the bunny or anything like that, so don't worry about that. Just run back to the bridge, go to the container, and plop that bunny in, and the orb will now go and settle where it's supposed to be inside of the carrier. Go ahead and press play on the audio recorder, and now this is your very last chance to get completely set up. Once you start this next step, you're going to activate the actual transport or carrier thing. You are locked in, and that's it. You cannot go get anything else. There is no perk machine from here on out. There is no pack-a-punch machine from here on out. You can buy ammo in the boss fight arena, but that is it. So right now is the time. Head to the crafting table if you want Casimir grenades or monkey bombs or Molotov cocktails. Work great in this boss fights. That's always a great one to have. And get yourself a score streak. I recommend the death machine, like I said. Or if you haven't fully pack-a-punched, go ahead and triple pap your weapon now. So like I said, be sure you are absolutely ready, because this is the final moment. You cannot do anything else once you activate this carrier. So let's go ahead and do that now. I'll assume you've got all your perks and everything that you need to go ahead and do this boss fight. Once the audio recording is finished, then you go ahead and interact with the carrier itself, and now it's going to have this bubble around you. So everything outside of the bubble is the dark ether, and if you go into that area, you will take damage. So just be sure you don't die instantly or anything like that. You will steadily and quickly take damage though, so be sure you're ready for it. Now, as far as what you have on your gun at this point too, I would recommend having definitely 2 guns. On one of them, I like to have dead wire on my long range weapon, and then I usually have like a shotgun, or it doesn't really matter what the other weapon is, but I like to put brain rot on that one. That way you pull it out one time, you shoot it real quick, the brain rot goes off, and now you've basically got a zombie helping you to get through this transportation part of the Easter egg. You just put that gun away immediately and then pull out the dead wire weapon again. This transport part of the Easter egg doesn't take that long, but you're definitely going to take some damage while you're doing this. So if you see Aethereum crystals on the ground, shoot them. You might get some armor out of it. Hopefully a vest would be great, but at least some armor plates along the way, or like you just saw me there, I had monkey bombs, so if I had forgotten to get them, would have been a nice little pickup to have. Just shoot the crystals along the way, and hopefully you can get some armor to help you along. Eventually, the carrier will reach its final destination and the bubble will go away, so now you can go ahead and move outside of the immediate area of the carrier. And you can see the little placard up there. That's where we're heading. We're going to go up there. So I'm going to show you exactly where to go. I'm not going to edit this at all. Just going to show you. It's very simple and straightforward. But again, unfortunately, there's no pack-a-punch here. There's no crafting table. There is no perk machine. So hopefully you've got everything that you need. Just head up these stairs. You could rappel up there as well. Doesn't matter. Pop out these stairs, and here we go. And there's a piece of intel on the ground. You can go ahead and pick that up, and then what you need to do is interact with the recorder on the ground. You're going to get some quotes that you can listen to, and then you're basically going to head over to the boss fight arena.
Soon we will change the world, Requiem. Auf Wiedersehen.
Now, you don't have to stand up here and wait for the whole recording to play each time. You probably just want to listen to it once to know what it's saying. But this is where the boss fight arena is, and we're going to fight an Orda and a whole host of other zombies and special zombies. So again, this is where the Molotov cocktails come in very handy. Casimir grenades obviously are great, and you want to use your death machine probably on the Orda itself. Now, this is what I was saying before. I'm showing you some M16 gameplay here. The very beginning of this tutorial, I mentioned using the Carve 2. It's really strong, man, and it takes out the Orda very quickly. Again, it took me just over a minute to get through it with the Carve 2. It's really good. So, the zombies that you kill, with the special ones, the regular ones, they might drop you some armor. They'll drop you ammo. It can drop you all kinds of stuff. So just keep your eye on what's on the ground. There's a vest on the ground there. And I definitely recommend, as a solo player, using Ether Shroud. Nothing's going to bother you. As soon as you click it, your clip gets to full reload. You can pull out your death machine, as I'm doing here. It's really not that bad. I like to focus on the zombies on the ground at the start of this boss fight and not worry about the Orda until I've taken most of them out. He can spawn in new zombies, but it's only going to be a handful or so. You're not going to be overwhelmed by them when he does spawn in new ones. So if you take the ones out on the ground very quickly and early, then you can shift your focus to the Orda himself. And again, he's not that bad. His attacks are pretty slow. You can see them coming from a mile away. I'm not going to give away the ending to this, so that's pretty much it. If this guide was helpful, please drop a like and subscribe. And if you have friends maybe that you've been wanting to get into zombies, I have a whole playlist. It'll be linked down in the description below of the easiest Call of Duty Zombies Easter eggs to complete. And again, this is the final one in that category, and then I will be moving on to intermediate starting next Monday. Have a great day, guys, and I'll catch you in another one real soon.